Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq, with daily insight on the Nasdaq-100 index, or the NDX, which is made up of 100 of the largest domestic and international non-financial innovative companies listed on Nasdaq. The NDX has been the barometer for U.S. large cap growth and also one of the best performing indexes over the last decade and a half, not to mention one of the most liquid index ecosystems in the world. Joining us this Monday afternoon, we have Chris Dearborn, Managing Director on Nasdaq's Market Intelligence Desk, for an update on technical levels to watch in the Nasdaq-100. Chris, it's great to see you as always. Welcome back to Trade Talks. And the world has really changed over the past couple of weeks since you and I were last on together. Obviously the Ukraine-Russian humanitarian situation is front and center, but the volatility that's been reinserted back into the market really is something that traders are focused on.
Absolutely. Really, that the Russian invasion of Ukraine is the focal point of the entire market the last couple of days. You're getting away a little bit from the inflation data because you have a much broader macro event that's going to eclipse all countries across the globe, especially as this escalates from a military incursion to something that's going to have significant outliers on the financial aspect of the world. So really, investors are looking at what is the real consequences here. And with the fog of war going on, it seems like that risk-off trade has really come into effect here. That being said, there are people out there who are buying the dip, and you've been seeing that the last couple of days. The index did finish positively last week, a significant rally in the last 2 days. As a matter of fact, last Thursday, you saw a 7% intraday range. That's the biggest range of the NDX since the COVID lows back in March of 2020. Really what you saw there was a piercing line on the chart.
Right. And Chris, if we take a look at the chart here, let's get some updated levels on technical levels to watch in the Nasdaq-100.
Right. So if you look to the right of the chart, you're looking at that piercing line that I just mentioned. It's the big green candle where we touched 13,000 on the index and it rallied back up. It's not an engulfing candle for the day before, which is a significant buy indicator, but it is telling you that it is significant range and there were buy the dip mentality. Friday, the index closed up higher as well. And today we're bouncing, even though we're negative at the moment, we're down about 120 handles in the index, but the index itself is waffling back and forth right around where we opened. We like to see it close above the 14,058 mark, so it's 14,050 where we open. And right now we're just above that at 14,065. The range today is wide, 14,009 to 14,296. Support's tight here. If we hold this opening price on it, support is now be established at 14,015, and then 13,950 is a major support level in the index. Resistance is tight overhead at 14,285, 14,340, then 14,486.
And Chris, if we take a look at the next chart here with with the stocks that are relatively leading the way, it's pretty interesting to see what's on top this afternoon.
Absolutely. You've got a lot of tech names back and forth. The big boys are on the right-hand side for the most part. You've got about 80 plus to 20 the other way around, 80 negative to 20 plus names here. But you've got some great names that are having significant moves based off of this. Palo Alto is taking off. Zoom is taking off. Old Dominion, shipping company, recently added to the Nasdaq-100, is having a stellar day, up almost 3%. And then you have AMD, Netflix, Tesla was on the plus side before as well. And then typically what we're looking at here is the bigger boys are taking a little bit of a haircut, but also you've got a couple of cyclical names in there with Pepsi down a little bit on the day. And then the travel names are getting hit a little bit. With that, you're seeing Booking down nearly 5% on protracted fears here of what may be the ultimate outcome down the road.
All right, Chris, appreciate the insight as always. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq.